Hi, and welcome to Testimonial Tuesday. My name is JoJo Williams. I am a Platinum Executive here at Essante Organics, and we are super excited to have you join us this evening while we talk about something really cool. Pain be gone. That is the topic tonight because we're going to talk about how the Essante products have helped us individually with pain issues that we've had in our lives, and we'll get real specific. First, I would like to mention that Essante Organics makes no claims to prevent, cure, or treat any conditions or diseases. These are strictly personal testimonies, experiences that we've had from incorporating the Essante Organics product line into our life. I'll begin. I used to suffer from chronic pain, having degenerative arthritis and being obese and dealing with many joint issues and so on and all kinds of conditions. And I'm really happy to say that I no longer need my nightstand full of medications, and specifically pain medication. And how I've dealt with pain medication is a daily regimen that I use. One would be the omegas, as you see. The omegas are really awesome. They're high quality and toxic free, organic and wildcrafted ingredients. And so they're really good for somebody who suffers from arthritis like myself, joint issues, and they also help with my brain, my mind function and clarity, and just staying in a positive attitude. I also take the calcium with magnesium and D3, and so a lot of the population unaware is deficient in magnesium, and magnesium is important for all kinds of things. And one of the things that makes the Essante supplements so special is the absorption rate and the quality of our ingredients and how they're processed. We don't use heat processing, so we don't kill the integrity of the ingredients, and so your absorption rate is really good. I also take D3, and because of the D3 and the B naturals, I no longer need to be on any of my antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications that I used to be on. And I used to deal with serious hormonal issues, so the pain has exited people in my family's lives because I no longer have hormone issues. And then for when I'm really in pain, like for example, because I'm so much more mobile and able to do things, today I did a whole project because I'm moving my RV. Many of you know I travel all over, and so I had to put my garden into portable pots, and I repainted all of my patio furniture, and so that was a big job. And I washed the outside of my RV, and so the first thing I did when I got in here was I put some of this pain-free essential oil into my Essante diffuser, and woo, talk about taking the edge off of achy joints. So that's how I deal with pain, along with alkalizing. I use the Earth Greens, our pH drops, and I always daily have a 7.365 alkaline shake. And keeping my body alkalized keeps everything working properly. I don't want you to just hear from me, however. I'd like you to hear from some of our other guests who have fantastic testimony to share with you of how they have helped alleviate pain in their life. And I'm going to start today with Ernie Bernard. Ernie Bernard is a rock star in Essante, and I'm sure you already know who he is. The man is amazing, and I am proud to call him a friend and a business partner and a mentor in many ways. Since he's come along, this company has just really taken a whole leap in a positive direction, and I am so glad that Ernie isn't in pain because he is just an uplifting bright light for all of us. Ernie, why don't you share with us how you've alleviated pain in your life?
First of all, I've got, I don't know, I got like $17 here. I'll send it to you, Jojo, for that great, wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. You so rock. I mean, how can I even be in pain with your radiant glow? You just make me smile. And yes, you are a dear friend and just a wonderful person to have in my life. When I came into Essante, 10 years ago, folks, I had a hip replacement. I had a hip replacement on my left hip. And when I had this hip replacement, the doctors told me that within the next 7 to 10 years, I would need my right hip replaced. Now, when I came into Essante, I was really starting, and I've always really took good care of myself. But when I came in here, my hip was starting to wane. That right hip was starting to really take a turn from the worst, and I was really wondering if I was going to have to take that plunge of another $60,000 investment to have this right hip done, which is something I just did. For one thing, I didn't want to go through that excruciating pain of the hip replacement again, and I just didn't want to have that big doctor bill and go through what I went through with that. So when I came into Essante and I started seeing this amazing product line that we had here, and I started doing a little bit of experimenting, testing the waters, and like JoJo said, with the addition of the B tabs, with the addition of the omegas, with the addition and these are things, ladies and gentlemen, we walk the walk, we talk the talk here. We're not gonna share things that we don't do ourselves. I mean, that's really truly the power of what we have here. Like I said, we don't make any, these are our personal testimonials. But with the D, with the B tabs, with the greens, with the reds, I mean, just being able to watch what's going on. I mean, you guys, I know you guys can't see me on camera, but I'm actually sitting here cross-legged, and I didn't give it much thought, because for years now I haven't been able to sit cross-legged. And as I'm sitting here talking, getting prepared for this hangout here this evening, I'm looking down and going, I'm sitting here with my right leg crossed on my chair, I mean, with no pain. To me, honestly, because I tell you, I couldn't have done that a year ago. I honestly could not have done that a year ago, but thanks to these amazing products, I am able to, I mean, do more than I've been able to do for a long time. I am a youth minister. I work with the youth group at my church, and I hang out with these middle school kids who, I'm telling you what, you go hang out with them and play basketball or dodgeball or volleyball or whatever. I mean, if I would have done that a year ago before joining Essante, I'd be laid up for 3-4 days. But I got to tell you, this little magic trick right here, the pain-free, mix that in a little bit of carrier oil and put that on, and I tell you what, it truly is what it is. It's pain-free. I use that in my diffuser when I go to bed at night. And I use a few other oils. I have a really nice little mixture of oils that I use, and it's including pain-free, grapefruit, frankincense, clove, and I mix these all together. And I've got to tell you, when I wake up in the morning, no wonder I wake up in a good mood. I mean, I'm using oils all night. But when I wake up in the morning, I truly wake up just that pain-free. Because like I said, I actually thought before joining Essante that I was actually going to have to have this hip replaced. Right now, I am pain-free, and I owe it all to this company and to these amazing products. And I tell you what, I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much, JoJo.
No, thank you, Ernie. Thank you so much for sharing that awesome testimony. I really love that you said we're not going to tell you things that we don't do ourselves. We really walk the walk here, and I can attest to that personally. My customer retention here is phenomenal. I have a lot of people, would never point out names, who are in other companies, but they love the products here and they order them because the products really do work. They're such high quality, and you can tell by the integrity, because the integrity is on the back of the label. We don't make finding the ingredients to our products hard at all. The science behind them is right there on the website for you to look at. I'm going to move on over to Miss Melissa Miller. Melissa is a silver executive with Essante Organics, and I have enjoyed working with her immensely. And I have known her for over a year now. And Melissa has an amazing story to share with you. I am so excited for her to share this because I know her struggle and her journey. Go ahead and tell us about your testimony of pain-free.
Well, I was diagnosed with lupus in '98 when I was 18 years old, a senior in high school, And at that time, I was really sick, and I was in so much pain, and I was only 18, and I just thought my world was over, and I went through so much in the last 10 years trying to find something that worked for me that I didn't have to constantly be medicated on. I have 3 children now, 3-year-old twins and a 9-year-old. So they're active. I have to be active. I can't sit on the couch and take medicine all the time that's going to make me groggy or going to, bring me down. I can't do it. So about a year ago, I found Essante, and I was looking for something to help me with the inflammation in my body. I have a lot of inflammation because of the lupus, and it's very painful. It's one of the number one things that causes me my pain. My number has never came down. I was on the reds, the greens. I have to take them in pill form. I can't do the powder. But I was only on them about 4 weeks when I went back to the doctor, and for the first time in 10 years, my numbers had decreased, significantly decreased. And the doctor asked me what I was doing, and I told him exactly, showed him everything. In the last year, I've had a lot of trouble with arthritis in my back and just being in constant chronic pain. And everybody kept telling me to do the pain-free oil, and I was like, how can an oil help you? I just thought that was the craziest thing ever. The first time I put it on, I was shocked. Within 15 minutes, this little liquid that's in this bottle had me pain-free for the first time in over forever. I mean, it's been forever since I could honestly say that I did not have pain in my body. And so with not alkalizing on the inside, which I'd never heard of until I came to Essante, and then applying the oil and the coconut oil together on my lower back, my joints, wherever I ache, I use it, and it's just made such a difference in my life. But it makes me feel good to know that I'm doing it from the inside out too, because with the alkalizing, it's bringing my inflammation down, which is what my pain stems from, and I'm making myself better on the inside and on the outside. And then I also, my 9-year-old son, actually all 3 of my kids have really bad leg cramps, shin splints, and I think it's hereditary because all of my nieces and nephew on my husband's side suffer from it too. If they run, jump, or just am really active in the day, by the evening time, they wake up screaming because they're in so much pain, excruciating pain. And my son used to say, "Mom, give me ibuprofen before I go to bed, so that I don't wake up in pain." And now, instead of doing that, he comes to me and says, "Mom, can I have that pain-free oil?" And as a mother, who wouldn't rather give their child something externally on their body that is good for them, that's not going to hurt their liver, that's not going to hurt their insides? I am like, sure, here you go, put it on, use it again later if you need to. And I don't have to worry about what it's doing to his little body. So.
Thank you so much, Melissa. That's moving testimony. And as a mother, it feels so good to know that you're teaching your children other ways, healthy ways, and to know that they're relieved without having to give them harmful pills and stuff like that. And I am sitting over here, my heart is so filled up with joy for you, because I know what a battle this has been for you, and to see things changing for you is just amazing to see. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. I'm going to move on over now to Kelly Lasade, Gold Executive in Essante Organics. And Kelly is a personal friend, an amazing woman who truly is passionate about helping others, and I know that's one of the reasons why she joined Essante. But she has some testimony to share with you on how Essante has helped her with pain. Take it away, Kelly. I think you're muted, honey. Let me unmute Kelly real quick. You're still muted, honey. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you can. Okay, well, while Kelly's getting unmuted, I just want to say that being able to be without pain when you're used to living in it daily, chronically, to the point where for me, I really couldn't walk more than 10 feet. It was such a painful event, and I'm only 45 years old. Reclaiming my independence has been. I probably don't have to tell you if you know whatever age you're at, losing our independence. You know, you talked a little bit, Melissa, about being able to give your children something natural rather than a medication. For me, not having to make myself a burden on my children at a young age is just a dream come true, and makes me so much happier about why I'm representing this company and using these products. So I am going to see if Kelly has gotten this straightened out. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I can't unmute you. I'm trying, but it won't let me. I am so sorry. I don't know how to unmute you, Kelly. You have to be able to unmute yourself. It's just not working. Well, you guys, I know that Kelly had some fantastic testimony to share with us today. Ernie, did you have anything else that you would like to share before we go?
You know, JoJo, I mean, it's just watching the effects that these products are having on so many different people's lives. You know, one of these times when my wife is home, I'll definitely have her get on here, because she is, and I gotta say, you know, I haven't been in a lot of companies in my years, but the companies I've been with, she's never liked any of the products. But this is the first company I've been with that I tell you what, she praises the Essante products. My wife, for those of you who know me, my wife's a nurse at a Alzheimer's dementia patient facility, and she spends a lot of time on her feet. She spends a lot of time lifting these patients and working with these patients, and she comes home a lot in pain. She's a firm believer in our D3, in our calcium, and definitely in the pain-free oil. I mean, it is so amazing to be able to apply this pain-free oil to her shoulder, or whatever's aching, and have her wake up in the morning and to be totally just pain-free. And for her to recognize that, I mean, nothing better than hear her say, "I don't have any more pain." I mean, how cool is that? You know, so I just wanted to share that you know, this truly is amazing, especially when, you know, for us who build the business, sometimes, you know, with other things, it might have been maybe a placebo effect, but when you get that third-party validation from your spouse or whatever, that's when you really sit here and you go, you know what, I know I'm not in pain, but to watch it work on somebody else, and to watch it work with these wonderful people who are on here, that is truly what it's all about. So just I love it. Thank you, JoJo.
I do too, and it looks like Kelly has hopped back on and she is unmuted. So I'm going to head on over to Kelly Lasade now. Kelly, thank you for jumping back on. Can you hear me, honey?
Hey, I
Hi.
can. Can you
Sorry
hear me,
about
JoJo?
that. Okay, I can hear you just fine,
Hi.
honey. Go ahead and share your testimony.
Sorry. Yeah, we had some. Thank you. Sorry about that. We had some storming earlier, so I was frozen. I couldn't do anything. My mute wouldn't click, and so anyway, I'm glad that I did end up getting to be with you guys, so I could share my testimony with you. And my testimony is really all about alkalizing. Those of you who know me well know that for everything that comes up, I'm like, you need to alkalize. You need to alkalize. The people on my team know, they hear me say that all the time, right? And that's just because of my personal experience. You know, I started alkalizing, Melissa's laughing, she's like, yeah. Because I started using the products, and then what happened, you know, I started alkalizing and I had all these issues that went away that I didn't even expect with alkalizing. So it has really been a lifesaver for me in many ways. But one of the things We're talking about managing pain, and one of the things that I had that magically went away with alkalizing that I didn't expect was I had a lot of back pain. I was seeing a chiropractor for it, and I thought that it was just from having two little girls, and like, wow, am I really, like, I'm not that much older, right? Does all of this really come with, with getting older? So I was stressing a lot about it a little bit, but as long as I saw the chiropractor regularly, it went okay. I could keep it under control. And then as I started alkalizing, I realized that I just stopped going to the chiropractor, and it completely went away. I don't have any back pain at all, thanks God now. And the products that I use are pretty much the same products that JoJo covered. I do use the CalMag D, like she mentioned. I use the B tabs. I also use the shakes. I don't think she mentioned the reds. I use the reds as well, and these taste really awesome, like candy. And then I also use the, one thing I wanted to mention too is I use the shake. I think I mentioned that, the alkalizing shake. And I just put all my supplements in with my shake. I use the omegas. Those are the only things that I can't get in the shake, so I take those separately. I did want to mention the peppermint oil. Headaches, I did used to have headaches occasionally. I never had them frequently, but I did have them occasionally. And that's another thing that I just don't have them anymore since alkalizing. But I have used the peppermint essential oil for several people, and they found it really helpful. My mom gets headaches, and I had her put just rub a little in her temples here, and she was really shocked the first time, I had her do that, because she's like, yeah, what's that going to do, right? And so she was really shocked that it actually worked really well, and she didn't need any pain meds after that. So, alkalizing works really well. I know the pain-free works really well too. Thanks to alkalizing, I just haven't had to try it yet. But the peppermint oil I know works really well for headaches too. So thank you so much, JoJo, for having me on. And I loved you guys' testimonies, by the way. Awesome, especially when it comes to kids. Like you said, JoJo, it warms your heart to know if you can keep kids off medications and from all the bad stuff. That's really a great thing. So awesome job, guys.
You know what? Thank you, Kelly. And it truly is. My granddaughter said to me the other day when we were driving in the car and we passed by McDonald's, she said, Nani, I don't eat lunch at McDonald's anymore. That place is dangerous. And I just started cracking up, and I thought, how cool. Because I didn't set this example when I was raising my children. I was the typical mom who I cooked everything with, high-fat milk. I used whole milks, and I bought things that were on sale, whatever was on sale as far as shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. And the vitamins I bought, I had no idea that my kids weren't absorbing them. They ate the Flintstones chewables. I had no idea. And, people did try to share things with me, but the knowledge wasn't there like it is today. Today we really are recognizing that our health begins with what we put in and on our body, and we have control to be healthier and to raise our children and their children to being healthier too. So I'm really excited that I'm a grandma who I have 7 grandchildren, and they get to see a new example set. So great to hear all of your testimony, and all of you looking in. If you're just seeing this video for the first time, get with the person who shared it with you and find out what Essante Organics is all about. This is an amazing community. We put the unity in community here, and we are a band of wellness warriors who are changing our life, and that just ripples out, and we're able to change hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lives just by making simple changes in our own. And this will be for generations to come, learning how to treat ourselves better from the inside out. Thank you for joining us tonight. And if you're on here live, jump on at the top of the hour for the live overview if you want to learn more about Essante at gogreengetpaid.com/live. Ernie Bernard and Jerry Meyer will be heading that, and we have a lot of fun. There's a chat room, open music. It's a good time. So jump on and join us. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic night. We all love you from Essante.